Hello everyone, this is Bowser Galaxy 10. Welcome to our rambling review of Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
This was amazing.
Yeah, Winter Soldier's incredible. This is such an incredibly good movie.
They kind of knew one of the twists, but other than that, I loved this one.
Yeah,
really well.
I mean, it's honestly one of those things where, yeah, it'd be nice if you didn't know the twist. Does not ruin the movie.
Nope. Instead, I get to see Cap's reaction to it instead.
Yeah, and like, I don't think they really thought that they knew that a lot of the viewers would already know, because I'm pretty sure this is the same thing in the comics. So they know that all the comic readers are already gonna know. So they're not gonna bank on that.
Yeah.
And they certainly didn't.
Nope.
Because this movie has a whole lot of I'm forgetting what the words are. It surprises you a lot.
Twists.
A lot of twists and turns. It is not a predictable movie.
So where do we start?
Shall we start with the Captain himself?
I freaking love Steve Rogers. I loved him from the list, and it kept growing. I already loved him from the first movie. He is still by far my favorite of the Marvel main heroes.
Yeah, he is my favorite character.
No questions asked.
Yeah, he is my favorite character in the MCU too. I think what's really cool is like first you seem like it's like after the first movie and after Avengers, you feel like you're like, okay, this is who Captain America is. And then this movie is like, and now we're going to put him in a position where he can't really stick to that anymore.
Yep.
And this is kind of the movie where he starts to take a turn in his character arc, which is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's also just really cool. He's awesome. He has really cool fight scenes, like at the beginning when he's just taking down all of the dudes. Super awesome to see. And he has. I just want to mention to those of you who don't know, when he fights the Winter Soldier on the bridge and he pulls the knife on Cap. That scene, if you pay close attention, you can tell that. I assume Chris Evans is stunt double. I assume he has a stunt double. I don't know for sure. If you watch carefully, he's actually watching the knife the whole time, which is really impressive because it is really hard to do that while you're acting a fight scene. And it's really cool because that's what you're actually supposed to do in a knife fight.
But yeah, Cap is. I freaking love the guy. Yeah. Everything he does, I freaking adore.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I like so much about Captain America is just like you don't really love him because he has cool powers or anything. His powers are like the most generic.
He's just the best a human can be.
Yeah, and that's like the whole point of Captain America is that like, yeah, he's physically the peak human, but what really makes him a hero is the fact that he's.
It's not the brawn.
Yeah,
it's the brain.
It's the brain and the heart. It's the brain and it's the heart. He has the heart of a hero, and that's what really makes it.
Indeed.
The superhero abilities are just the icing on the cake.
Yep. Well, let's leave Winter Soldier for last. That sounds like a good idea.
Shall we go for our second protagonist for this movie?
Which one?
I was gonna say Black Widow, but so until Black Widow actually got her own movie, this was the closest we got to Black Widow.
It feels like they were wanting to make her a movie for the longest damn time because she's has amazing scenes in pretty much all the movies.
Yeah. I think up until and possibly including her own movie, this is her best showing. Hands down. This is the first time where you see Black Widow and you're like, oh, she is super cool, and they did a great job with her.
Yeah.
And
also, her and Cap are hilarious.
she's just wingmanning in the whole movie. It's so funny.
And also has your most favorite out of context of Captain America and Black Widow kiss.
Yeah, I little story time. Me and my brother watched this movie before one of our friends, and we told him, without context, that Captain America and Black Widow kiss in this movie, and he was so upset.
And then he probably watched it and
was like, really, guys? We actually talked to him about it a month ago or something, and he literally doesn't even remember that. But
nice.
We thought it was super funny. But yeah, Black Widow's awesome.
Yeah.
I think she has some cool character development in here. I think where she starts to
open up to people.
Yeah, open up to people and actually trust people. It's pretty hard to sell for a spy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of leads into more of her character development later on.
Before getting into new characters of the movie, Nick Fury. Good old Nick Fury.
Good old Nick Fury.
I like him. I honestly liked his character a lot more here.
Yeah.
Than in Avengers, because in Avengers he just seemed like he was just withholding information for being a dick. This one he actually was like really trying his best to just keep everyone alive.
Yeah. And in general, this movie is straight up a spy thriller, and they absolutely nail it. It's a spy thriller with a bit of superhero flair to it.
Yeah, most of them aren't actually superheroes. It's just peak physical condition and such.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah, it's super. Which it's a lot of the reason why I really
the only superhero type the only traditional superhero type is Falcon. Speaking of Falcon, I love him.
Falcon is hilarious.
I just do what he does, but slower.
I mean, you say that, but at the same time, you could be like Buddy and say, "I can fly. Can you fly?" Just saying.
Yep.
But yeah, he's very funny. He's pretty cool. I wouldn't say he's one of my big favorite characters. He still feels a little bit relegated to he's Captain America's sidekick, but he's cool. I like him a lot. I do wish he got a little bit more in the spotlight, but I'll take what I can get. He's cool.
Yeah. Cool black friend, number 50,000 of movies. But he does his job well.
Yeah. So...
Do we even bother with any of the villains that aren't Winter Soldier?
Well, let's talk about Pierce, at least a little bit.
I was not expecting Hydra to return.
Yeah.
I was like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, it was
when
pretty
they met
cool.
when they met German dude in the
Excuse me, I am Swiss.
Whatever. But yeah, I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
At first I thought he was gonna be the villain, but then he just blows up. And I'm like,
yeah.
Never mind.
I
felt like they just kind of had it because Hydra, ha! Surprise, Hydra!
It is a good explanation for how they are able to do some of the stuff they're able to pull off, because he is a genius.
Yep.
But yeah, he is.
Yeah, Pierce is like...
He's fine.
He's probably the first Marvel villain that's not like a major Marvel name where I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah,
that's actually a really good villain.
Yeah, you don't quite see him coming, but you can catch on to him fairly early on. It doesn't take way too long to catch on to him. If they were trying to keep a secret, they did like an okay job. He's a decent villain. I would say he's fantastic, but I'd say he's like a little bit of a step up from the average. I'd say he's a good enough villain.
Yeah, he's amazing compared to the other non-named villains from the other movies, where it's like, of course, not like big names like Loki and such, but it's like villains that probably aren't in the comics, or if they are, they're probably very low role. He does a really good job.
Yeah. And I mean, let's be honest, the villain is Hydra. He's kind of like the face of it, kind of.
Yeah.
And Hydra makes for a pretty a solid villain.
Yeah. The real face of Hydra in this.
Let's talk.
Jesus Christ!
The namesake of the movie, the Winter Soldier,
Bucky Barnes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! My biggest question going into this movie, because again, I knew it was Bucky and such. I was like, wait, why is he a villain then? And I'm like, oh.
Hell, Hydra.
Yeah. He steals the show whenever he's on screen.
Yeah, he's intimidating. He's just really cool. Like what we have on screen right here. At this moment, you're like, oh, okay. Because like Captain America just throws a shield at people and it works.
Yep.
Like at best they like deflect it or something or whatever.
And then he just
catches it and like,
throws it back.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, you're throwing your shield at me? You're doing that? Nuh-uh.
Also, I'm sad we couldn't get the one thing for the review. I'm glad we got this, but one I wanted was the scene where it's like Captain America's heading to the final card, and he's just standing there, and it's like, oh my god, that is just Rival from a video game tech.
Yeah.
Like right in front of your destination, you're on a time limit. That's something freaking Ridley would do in a freaking Metroid game. Just wait for them. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I also want to give props to Henry Jackman for his theme. I think that's a lot
Jesus
of what
Christ.
I think that's a lot of what sells how intimidating he is.
Yeah.
That is a freaking horror theme.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's like, good God. Also, props to the actor for just having everything that this character needs to just be the most intimidating bastard on the planet.
Yeah. I also want to mention the scene where, after when the ship is going down. Man. It's like, yeah, you know that's going to happen. It doesn't surprise you.
I'll be honest, when I saw that fire pillar heading toward him, I thought Bucky was gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly thought one of them was... I thought Bucky was going to die, or, like, something was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just because I knew he was Bucky, I didn't know if he was in other movies. I was like, good God, is that how they're gonna kill him off or something? But it's like, no, never mind. But yeah, And also it makes 1% sense that he's not all just buddy with everyone because, you know, pretty high death count.
Yeah. 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 He's great.
But yeah, the chemistry between Cap and Buck was amazing.
Yeah.
Also, it's very believable that after all the experimentation and everything, to just become a killing machine, it takes his literal best friend dying in front of him to realize, like, oh god.
Yeah. You can't stop the power of friendship, especially when they say the line that you told them that one time. And they say it back to you.
Ah, that good old cliche.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, this movie was amazing.
Yeah, this was very recently slightly demoted to my third favorite movie in the entire MCU. Is my favorite out of the ones we watched by far.
I think near the beginning of this review you said this one. I think during the beginning of this review series, this was your favorite, I believe.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I wasn't sure exactly where I placed it. At that point, like pretty soon after that, I would have placed it second, and then I saw Spider-Man No Way Home, and now that's second.
I'm very torn between this and the first Captain America movie, though, because the first Captain America movie is just a freaking spectacle all the way around.
Yeah.
This one has a really good plot and really good action scenes where I'm like, I might like the first one more just because of all it has. I'm very torn.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two are my favorites, though. Captain America has a very good track record in my book.
We'll see if it holds up with Civil War.
Oh, yes, it will. I already know it does.
I mean, I honestly don't remember. I haven't seen Civil War since, like, 2015.
From what I remember people saying, I'm sure I'll like it.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Next on the list, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Finally get to hear the origin of millions of memes that I don't understand. Can't wait.
Guardians is amazing. By the way, I'm pretty sure not all of I doubt all of them are in that movie. Some of them are probably in Volume 2. Some of them are probably in, like, Infinity War or something.
Yeah, but I'll probably know a few of them at least.
Yeah, there's gonna be some of them, I'm sure.
And also, Guardians is one that I have horrendously little knowledge of.
It's pretty amazing with Guardians that they took what was basically like a joke series in the comics, and they kind of half keep the joke part of it, but then also somehow actually
What
make
do you
it a
mean
great
the
movie.
tree and the raccoon going through space is a joke comic? No, duh! I don't know how the hell you'd write that seriously down.
That's what I'm saying, though. Somehow they take the movie with the giant tree and the raccoon with guns, and they make it actually a great movie beyond just being a comedy fest. How do they do that?
But yeah, Captain America Winter Soldier, amazing. Captain America, amazing. Winter Soldier, amazing. Captain America the Winter Soldier, amazing. I don't ship them.
What? Well, what about Sharon? She's nice.
Who?
The nurse.
Who?
The one they were talking about the whole movie.
Who?
But she's not a nurse, and you're not a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Who?